right, welcome and hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Look who I got. Susan Lynn's in
Hello.
the house.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Kevin, for having me on your channel.
My pleasure. I always look forward to it. So you're freshly back from your Sedona, Arizona experience. How was that?
It was amazing. I mean, it's everything that you can imagine. Hanging out with Linda G, right? There's no comparison, right? She's generous, she's funny, she's amazing. So that's pretty much top notch right there. And then Mel and Jen Len and Debbie Freebird and Kim Intuitive You. Wow, right? Like I won the lottery and ended up in the middle of these amazing psychics and mediums. And no less in the tremendously beautiful resort that she has it in, and in the middle of Sedona. It was like I won the lottery for real.
That's so great. If you guys were here, if anybody was there, do feel free to let us know that you went. Rumor has it that it might be her last year, but it's like, I don't know. We can all maybe make a prediction.
We can send her love and light. It's a lot to put on an event like this, right? And she's been doing it. This is her third or fourth year in a row. And it's a lot of effort. So, and honestly, she does a lot of readings during this event. Like I think maybe even as many as 80 readings. It's a tremendous amount. I don't know anybody else that works that hard, to be honest with you. So she might just need a break. I feel personally, my guides tell me that she'll do another one. I don't know if it'll be next year or if she'll skip a year. I'm not sure. But she really just needs a break right now. And I don't blame her. I saw it firsthand. It's a beautiful event. It's a well-run event, and that takes a lot of effort.
I love that. I mean, yeah. I mean, the zone, getting in that zone and just going and going and going. I mean, I applaud Linda G for that. Maybe I need to set something up here on the beautiful Vancouver Island, the West Coast of Canada. Put that on there. We can invite Linda G. She'd probably come. I mean, it's a beautiful place.
I think she would. I think that might be a good solution for her, right? Like she's kind of tired of hosting. It's like when you host the party all the time and you're like, hey, somebody else host it so I can go, right? So
just show up. Yep. No, maybe we're on to something here.
That's a short trip for her, just right up the coast.
I know. So good. Neighbors. Well, thank you, Susan Lynn. Thank you so much for being here. And for those of you that are just joining us for the first time, we kind of move quick and we will do psychic questions for you. If you could be specific, we can tune into things like all aspects of your life. In this present moment, we can do things like missing items. I know we've done that a fair bit. So any of those spiritual questions, if you want messages from your guides, we can tune into that, as well as the mediumship. If you are asking a mediumship question, if you could please put the name and relationship, and it just helps us to do a direct link, which will allow us just quicker access to the loved one that you're hoping to hear from. And as Susan and I both say this every single time that we're together, be open to hearing messages that maybe isn't packaged directly to you. But if it feels like it is for you, then the ability of spirit to piggyback and get as many people in through one person's message, they do that time, and they've done it every single time we're together. So, and other people. So definitely listen into that. And yes, thank you. I do have to say, I've been getting, my partner, actually, I was just telling Susan this backstage, has landed about an hour ago I think he's in Brisbane. And it's my birthday there. So I've already been getting, and some friends that are in Australia have been wishing me happy birthday. So thank you so much. And I'll just say tomorrow, happening on my channel at 4:00 Pacific time is, yes, it's a birthday celebration, but even more so, we are celebrating the moderators. And now I was a bit overwhelmed and moved in such a way with the short notice that I kind of put this together. I had been brewing this idea for a bit and then reached out to all of my friends in the YouTube community as far as the channels. And the overwhelming generosity and acknowledgments for the moderators. And now here's the thing. Everybody in this community has demonstrated being a moderator, and we appreciate and we see every single one of you. And then there's just some that stand out in a little bit different way to some of us. And so what I did is I reached out, I asked people to recognize as many of the moderators as they wanted to. We've come up with, I'm just seeing, am I going to say too much? But a substantial list of moderators, and we will be recognizing them tomorrow night on my channel. So Lisa, Spirit Intuitive Tarot, will be co-hosting with me.
Nice.
And it's so exciting, yes. And then we've opened it up. People can pop in. There will be awards and tons of giveaways. So just to really focus and to thank all of the moderators that have made all of our channels such a breeze when it comes down to it. So anything you want to add to that, Susan Lynn?
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. And absolutely thank you so much for honoring our moderators, right? We get to, when we're on StreamYard, we can't even see who the moderators are unless we're on YouTube, but we count on you guys. So we really appreciate it. If you guys remember, not that long ago, we were all kind of getting hit with those trolls, remember? Yeah. And you moderators are like quick fire to get rid of those trolls. So you guys make it so that we can do what we do without having to monitor the chat. And that is everything for us, because you can't really come in and out of the zone, of the reading zone. If I snap into reality and have to deal with something, a troll, then it's harder for me to get back into that. So
yeah.
Oh, Julie P, happy birthday.
That's so great.
That is great. And I want to say that Freebird Spirit, Debbie is here in the house, and she was a Sedona alum, and she says, Linda said she would come, Kevin.
Oh my gosh.
You better get busy.
Well, all these things are unfolding in ways that call me psychic, but I have a really good feeling about it.
Okay, I'll call you psychic.
Psychic, yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Susan.
Thank you
were, and yes, thank you, Debbie. And I've been hearing, and Linda herself too, and lots of the people, just your relatability and your sense of humor and humility and your phenomenal talent. You are a show of your own. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. And thanks to all of the moderators that are here tonight, and all of the my community Soul 22 Soul community members. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for the birthday wishes. It is, and Debbie, I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Lots of healing to you. Do you want to choose the first? I'm just starting away here.
Okay. Was I supposed to be working? I was just chilling out over here going, yeah, I'm just, okay. No, you want me to start? Okay, I'll pick the first one. I'm going to just go, if you're ready to rock and roll this thing. You guys, we are drawn to whatever we're drawn. We're going to star pretty much every question we can see. We can't get to everybody, right? There's going to be a lot of more questions than we can just physically, time allows, get to. But I will say the reason we pick the ones we do is Spirit sort of draws us to it. Sometimes if I don't pick it, Kevin will pick the one that I was just going to pick. So really and truly, there's energy behind the ones that we pick. So if you're just wondering why we pick the ones we do, that's what we do. So let's go with Tina. Tina Perucci, starting a new business. How will I do in the year 2023? I have to look at the year. Like, what year are we in? 2023. You're starting. Congratulations on your new business, Tina. I feel a lot of good energy around it. I feel like you're getting a boost. You're not just starting a business, you're starting a business with this energetic boost behind you. And I feel like, and Kevin probably could speak to this more than me, but I feel like there might be some ancestral energy. There might be some spirits and loved ones in spirit that are sort of like, I don't know, somebody's just kind of, I get that sense. Remember when we were kids and we would link our hands and somebody would stand in our hands and we would give them a boost up. It's kind of feel like what's happening for you. I feel like you're going to overshoot the mark, like whatever metric or whatever goals that you have for this year, I think you could really surpass them. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I need to warn you about. Overspending, like be a little careful of overspending, maybe on advertising or overspending on anything. You really, because you have this boost, you don't really have to spend as much. You're supported in that way. So try to do all of these things without spending as much, whether it's inventory or advertising or whatever it is that you may be spending money on. Try to be more conservative with that, because it's not one for one. It's not like you spend the money and you get the benefit. The benefit is coming anyway. So I feel really good. Obviously, I feel really good about it. I'm happy to be able to give you some good news about it. What do you get, Kevin?
Yeah, it does feel really good. And in the energy of you, I don't know if family history of business in your family, and it's like kind of taking note. There's something there. I don't know if it's like close friends or family, but just in the recognition of what worked and what didn't work. Also in that, I feel like you need to pace yourself. So be a little bit conservative with your energy and then focus your energy where you specialize and allow other people to come in where they specialize. So there's something about that. But the cards that and this is really a beautiful ability, is to be an empath and to feel into things as you do. I mean, these two cards couldn't be better. I feel this is part of your life purpose, and the achievement card. And to me, that's all about following your dreams. And now it's almost like you're pinching yourself that this is actually unfolding, because I feel like this is, I just feel the energy that you've put into it. It just feels so good. So, yeah, all the best in this, Tina, to you.
I think it could take off.
Congratulations. Yeah. I'd be curious to know what it is, but
here, I put it on the screen.
Oh,
she repurposes jeans to make custom purses. That's very, very topical, or it seems like very trend on trend.
Yeah. And that whole upcycling to with that environmental connection. That's really great.
Yes.
All righty. Thanks for being here, Tina.
Thank you. Your turn.
And
birthday boy.
Yeah, perfect. Carolyn Achoya, and I'm so sorry if I've butchered that last name, but just email me is the best way to, so info@thehealingmedium.ca. Maybe a moderator could put that in the chat, and that way I can book your reading directly with me. You won't be able to do it through the website. So she was one of the winners of the giveaway on my 1-year show. So I just saw your little note there. So just email me, hun. And Sherry, can I get a message from my guide? You sure can. Took my breath away there. There is something in that breath for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit of an image, a little bit of a message about be patient, have more patience. Things may not be working on your timeline, or I get this impression that some things are coming to fruition for you, but other things aren't. And you're kind of wondering, does that mean that that thing that didn't come in isn't going to come in? Because these things came in, but this thing didn't. And they're saying, no, it doesn't mean that those things aren't going to come in. It means that they're coming in on a different timeline. They're just coming in a little bit slower, and they're just asking you to have some patience. What do you get there, Kevin?
I think this actually, they're wanting me to use some of I got some new decks, so I'm sporting some of these new decks. So intuition, so deepening your own intuition that will lead you back to things about yourself. It's like more of the discovery of that, or you're placing more attention on it. I got the Eternal Dance card, and to me, this actually does feel into the patience, and it's about if things are really resistant, it's not to say that we can't give it a few shots, but if it's really resistance, sometimes that's actually motivation and direction to go in a different direction. And then just to sum up what Susan Lynn was saying, it's the breakthrough card. And I think you're on the cusp of a really big breakthrough, and it feels plural. So again, wrapped up in your intuition, it feels like you already have a sense of what this is. They're just validating it for you. So yeah, good things to come for you, Sherry. All righty.
Okay, sorry, my turn. Let's see. Let me take this. All right, we're going to stick with another business question. DCJ, will I get my holistic business off the ground this summer? What is stopping me?
And I feel there's a bit of repetition in these first three. So if other parts of the first two readings spoke to you, DCJ, they're saying to be mindful of that as well. That's really curious. Sorry, Susan.
Yeah. If any, no, and for anybody else, if you're like, that applies to me, take that for you. The guides are all about, getting as many people with the same message as they can. So please take it if it feels resonant. So yes, your holistic business, there's some energy around the words off the ground. Off the ground. It's like I almost feel like they're asking you to take your business out of your house or out of whatever. There's a constraint. Oh, and you said, what is stopping me, right? So there's the constraint energy. There's a constraint energy here. But I feel like if you could consider partnering up with a massage therapist or a yoga person, their energy would help balance your energy, and you wouldn't feel like I'm doing this all on my own. Now, if you're saying to me, I've already done that, it didn't work, then that's not the right person, right? Because we all know, just because you're a spiritual person, it doesn't mean that you're not an energy vampire. It doesn't mean that you're not exactly a perfect person. You could have allied with someone who is taking energy instead of holding their own. And what's stopping you, I just feel like, is confidence. You need feedback. You need a lot of feedback from people. That's what gets us going, is the validation, right? Yes, that worked for me. I felt better. Or, yes, that helped me. The more feedback you get, the more validation you get, the more you're going to be able to step into your power and do this work. What do you think, Kevin?
I wrote down partnership too. So I feel like, I don't know if there is opportunity for that. Maybe it's not like going into partnership together, but aligning yourself in collaboration. So partnership in that capacity. And I feel like they were bringing me back to the eternal dance, and that part about the resistance. There's something there where it's like, and maybe you just need to hear this again, that if things are just so difficult and so resistant, it's usually the universe really supporting you to maybe look or broaden kind of your outlook a little bit more. And so I pulled two cards just to clarify. I got the release card. I feel like that speaks into a bit of the doubt that you have around it. And then I also got the deep diver card. And so there is areas where you can be that laser focus. And they're saying, even uncover a little bit more into that.
Yeah.
A little bit of like the stay on task. So I don't know if you get like kind of sidetracked because of all of the things, but a little bit more in some areas that you stay a little more on task. And there's interesting. So what just caught my attention is there's a spider walking on my wall. And so there's the medicine of the spider. So if you feel called to, you can just Google it, totem medicine spider. There's something with this aspect of the focus for you in relation to the spider. So there you have it. All righty. Let us, is it my turn?
Yes, sir.
All right. And let me see. This one, I'm so sorry, I've not seen this name before. Therese Pokulski, I think. Therese Pokulski. I'm going to go with that. Don't you wish sometimes there was like this, like we could hear their audio? Like,
I know, right? Right.
We could grant them that.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, audio vibe. All right. In a quandary here. Do I need to move? I don't know if I don't know.
Should maybe?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Need or want?
Exactly. Yes. Need or want.
I don't know if there's like an outside influence or energy that's kind of pushing you a little bit, and not in the best of way. And you don't have to go into detail of that. So if it's for that reason, they're not saying yes, move, or no, don't. And I'm gonna use the cards for this one as well. It says to follow your bliss. So if you have the opportunity and the desire and the call to move, I don't think you are coming into your power. I think you are already in your power, and it's about launching your journey. So if this has been on your mind, in your creation or manifesting for quite some time, then you likely will move. And at the same time, if it's for reasons of kind of attached to that other scenario or energy, your indecision there, you get to be in your power and make that decision. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, Therese, but that's what I'm getting.
So what's happening? I'm getting exactly the same thing. So what happens is we are not getting a really big yes or a really big no. So if we did, we would tell you, believe me. And it really does come to us like that, like yes or no. I do feel like so the question would be, do you need to move? With the word need? No, I don't think you need to move. Like Kevin said, if there's something that's affecting your safety, your well-being, then you would need to consider moving more strongly. And I think everything Kevin said was right on the money. Like you're in your power. I really feel like your guides are sort of arranging things for you that are unknown and unseen at this time, but they will become known to you about midsummer. So maybe the best course of action is just to wait right at the moment.
Yep. All righty. Did I choose that one?
I think so. I don't know. But you're the birthday boy. Go ahead and choose the next one.
There we go. Interesting. Janet T. Hello from Italy. Welcome. Janet T. Hello from Italy. Will I pass my eye test to renew my driver's license? Is it tomorrow, did you say? No. Is it tomorrow? I just made that up.
Everything is tomorrow because it's Kevin's birthday tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, I got it. Yes. Oh, and this sparkles, and this is my pendulum from Suzanne and Wayne Rich, and it sparkles, and I never seen it sparkle so much because the sun is hitting it. And I got a yes, so that's a yes on the pendulum that you will. Oh my goodness!
No way.
It's the vision card, y'all. That's a yes to me.
That's a yes. I'm doubling down on what Kevin said.
Totally.
I wouldn't be worried, Janet, if there's some kind of like hiccup or some kind of weird, like, oh, we our equipment broke, or oh, we need to do this test again. There could be like a hiccup, but the answer is yes.
Yeah. All righty. You're welcome, Therese. And thank you.
I know that's a relief, right? When you need to do that, it's really a relief.
All right. Go ahead. You can choose the next one.
All righty. Becca Lynn. Hi, Becca. Says, will my daughter actually marry her British boyfriend?
Oh, I love these questions.
Will my daughter actually marry her British boyfriend? Are you sure she wants to marry? Are you sure that they want? I mean, I guess there is a citizenship or a visitation, or I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting this feeling that somebody is saying to me, well, do we need to get married? We're together. Or maybe one of them wants to get married more than the other. Or maybe one of them is tired of the hassle of everything you have to do. There just seems to be some energy that suggests that somebody is like, this hassle is too much, or we love each other. Do we need to do this? But I do see eventually, I think I do see them being married, and I think he may come live here. I mean, I see them being like, moving back and forth from the countries, but yeah, I think eventually, yes. What did you get?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. That was a mistake. Where did we go? Oh my goodness.
There it is.
All right. Thank you, Susan.
Good.
This one, I think, yeah, it's so funny. I heard 2 years. And so in this moment, there's something. And now this is where it's like I start to scream because I'm like, yes, they're going to get married. But I got the ascending the mountain. So this is telling me that there is something there that energetically in this moment, I got the balance card and the forgiveness card. So there is this energy of no. However, in the long term, as I start to tune out of this in the moment and a little bit into the 2 year, which is a little bit out there, it feels like a yes. So it could happen in 3 months, but I feel like the stuff that was the no part of it would have to be sorted out. So yes and no.
Yeah, that's the challenge that somebody's like, I don't know, is it really worth this, right? Or it just seems like a lot of hassle. Yeah. But I think yes. Look, Becca Lynn says yes, he wants to move here in 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Good job.
Well, there we go.
There we go.
Righty.
Now, is it your turn? I think it's your turn.
Yeah. I saw someone that posted, I just wanted to say, Lena, oh, so good. Lena, it's my partner's birthday tomorrow as well. Wishing both my favorite boys a very happy birthday. Oh my gosh. You're so sweet. Thank you for that.
That's awesome. Do we all get to eat cake? Like, can we just show up with our own cake?
Totally. Yes. Right. Oh my goodness. I should have sent you all little cakes or cupcakes.
No. We can bring our own.
Oh my God.
And that way we'll make each other jealous.
Right.
What kind of cake is that you're eating? Wait a minute.
Huh? Oh, so good. Mona Hutchinson, will I be able to move in 2024? Oh my goodness. The theme of all of these moving and
a lot of moving. I think yes, Anna. I think yes. Will you be able to move in 2024? Yeah, I mean, I think you absolutely can if you want to. I actually feel like there's energy in the beginning of 2024, in the first quarter of 2024. I mean, I don't know when you're wanting to move, but there's positive energy for you to move in the beginning and then going into the summer. I'm not sure if it kind of runs out a little bit towards the end of the year, but that's what I'm getting. What do you think there, Kevin?
I feel like, oh, that's so great. Now this is on the longer end of it. It's 18 months. I heard fall. So
Okay.
I think there's often several potentials. And this is where I'll back that up. The do it card is that you're in the driver's seat of this. And then this one, choosing your path, you hold all the power, feels like you have the choice to do it. So this one feels like more of a slam dunk to me, that you will, Anna. Yeah, it feels really good. So
It does feel good. Sometimes we just have to get out of our own way.
yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, I
That
can
seems
I can relate to that.
I can relate to that. I am the number one person in my own way.
Yeah.
So let's see. I don't know what that is on there. Okay, Scorpio Mama wants to know, do the guides have any guidance on me building my psychic abilities?
That's so funny. My ears just rang like crazy. Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Yes, your psychic abilities. Okay. You've got great psychic abilities. I think that your problem might be that you've got too many, right? So we have claircognizance, which is psychic knowing, clairvoyance, which is psychic seeing, clairsentience, which is psychic feeling, clairaudience, which Kevin was talking about, which is psychic hearing, but also clairalliance, which is psychic smelling, and clairgustance, which is psychic tasting. And I feel like Scorpio Mama, sometimes you smell things that aren't there. Maybe you smell cigarette smoke or leather or lavender or a perfume. And this doesn't happen very often when we're talking about those odd, the clairalliance, the clairgustance are very kind of rare. They're not something that you have all the time unless you really work out that clair. But clairaudience, which is what Kevin was being tuned into. You hear your name called, or you hear murmuring or talking. That's not that common, but it does happen. But to build it, I would just say you might want to take a class. Besides that, listen, here's the best advice I can give all of you guys. If you're judging your own psychic abilities based on reading yourself, you're not going to get a very good idea of your own psychic abilities, because our own brain, our own wants and needs, fears will get right in the way of that. We are not a good indication. So if you really want to know where your abilities are or what abilities you have, grab a friend and do some practicing. That is the best way to grow your psychic abilities. We need validation. This is magic, right? So you need lots and lots of validation to build your abilities, and then that will allow you to trust them. What do you think, Kevin?
I love it. And you know what Spirit dropped in ever so subtly? And I think this applies, and I love it how you spoke to inclusively, Susan, in that they said they want us to add empathy to the list of clair.
Nice. Empathy. So that's not clairsentience?
I mean, I guess it is, but they're saying the empath. So it's like,
okay.
There's a new kind of layer to it. And so I love the energy around you learning and continue to grow. The teaching and learning, I think it goes hand in hand, and you are embracing your gifts from God, or however you would language that. You are very much within your abilities. And I love that. Get the permission of somebody and practice, exercise it. Like you would practicing dribbling, exercise your psychic abilities. So, and I think you're going to be like, they're saying a quick study. So how, because you are such a superpower in that empath, that's really going to accelerate things for you, Scorpio Mama. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Okay. I'm going to go where they tell me to go. I saw another. Oh, and perfect. I got your email, Carolyn. So that's wonderful. All right. Emerald Star. That's a cool picture. The green is standing out to me. Heart chakra. What do my spirit guides want me to focus my time on?
They want you to focus your time on you, not being focused on everything else. I think you're a learner. I think you're a person who you're inquisitive. You like to understand how things work. I also see you attracted to nature. And so that basically means that your brain is kind of like going all the time. What they would like for you to do is bring your energy back into your body and integrate it back into your body. Focus on bringing your power back here, right? In your solar plexus, in your heart chakra, which is the green, right? So what do you think, Kevin?
I love that. I was attracted to the green, and so the sacred Earth Mother, and I think that speaks to, yes, the heart, and you being in your grounding. Of course, the Earth is your grounding in that, and I feel like it feels like the perfect time for you to make that next best decision. It's like, I feel there's something that you've been in contemplation of. And I think some of the self-doubt that you've had around that has lessened and lessened. So as you are living through this heart expression and are grounded, that it's a perfect opportunity for you to be in the decision. So stepping out of the indecision into the decision is what's coming through for you, Emerald Star. I feel you're very powerful. So everybody's powerful, and you also have healing qualities to you. And it's great. I think, Susan Lynn, you said this, is that it's great when we apply them to ourselves, and then we can spread it to other people. Yeah, that's what's coming through for you. Thanks for being here. I think you might be new, and I love your little profile picture.
Yes.
Thank you so much, A. Chorister. That's so kind of you. I might have said that name wrong.
Okay. Is it your turn? Is it my turn? I have no idea what's happening.
I think I chose that one.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm being pulled to something. Okay. All right. I'm going to go with something a little heavier. There's a lot of questions here. We're doing the best we can, guys. Patricia Fulgham says, Kevin, does my son who passed away this year in January have a message? It would be great if you guys would give us the name. But Kevin is so good with names. We probably don't need the name, but I do. So let's see if let's see what I can get here. Patricia's son.
Are you still here, Patricia?
If you're here, just say yes in the comments if you don't mind. You don't have. I know sometimes it's hard to write a whole long thing.
Thank you, Melody. And I got your message. I think it was you on Facebook. That's so kind of you.
She's here. Can you give us your son's name, please? It's quicker. We're doing this like on turbo, you guys. This is not typical that people read this fast. So we need is it's just, I got it. Thank you. I got that she's here. Yep.
Yeah.
But it would be great if I had his name. Eddie Ray. Thank you, Eddie Ray.
Okay,
Eddie
perfect.
Ray. Okay. Okay. So right off the bat, I feel like I'm getting him to come in. He's showing me, and you can ask questions. This is going to be a quick reading, right? But if you want to ask us a question or clarification, or if you want to say that doesn't make sense or it does make sense, let us know. Right off the bat, I'm getting Eddie showing me that he's eating something. I feel like he's eating something with a spoon. I feel like it's yellow. I don't know if it's macaroni and cheese, or I don't know what it is, what he's eating. But I think it's something that he associates with comfort food. Also, I feel like, and please let me know if this doesn't make any sense, I feel like Eddie had a sense of humor. He could be funny sometimes. I feel like I get a sense that maybe his personality was up and down. Like sometimes he was funny, or sometimes he was quiet, or there was like two sides to him. I'm also getting, he's telling me that he loves you very much. He's sorry. He's sorry about having to move on. He understands that it's been hard for you guys to understand it. Like I feel like I get this sense in my heart chakra that we can't understand. It doesn't make sense. Like we're just so saddened by this loss, and we can't quite accept it or understand it. He does send his love. He is acknowledging family members, his family members. I could go on. I'm going to let Kevin jump in here.
Yeah, I feel like exactly that, Susan. It's like this energy of just wanting to have this time and opportunity to be in this communication with you. And he wants you to know that you're able to have this communication with him, that hasn't gone away. So a couple of things. I don't know if it's your father would have been in the spirit world to greet him. I feel this is grandfather. There was comfort around that. I heard the D name and the J name, a connection to the month of October and the month of January being highlighted. I don't know if there is a head impact or something impact. I feel there's sudden around the passing. I don't know if he's one of two brothers or there's two more brothers, but recognition, that's a thing. He's getting like excited and he wants to bring through all of the layers of information. And underneath it all is just the love. And I'm so sorry for your loss. The feeling that he has towards you as his mother is the feeling that I have towards my mother. And so with that, just know that he loves you. And it wasn't his time to go, in the sense of it just feels like it got cut short. And so know that he is okay and there is peace in that. And he will continue to grow. He will continue to grow. And so some of his life lessons and learnings, that continues. And so even in this, it's really beautiful is he's showing me that when we communicate and we're in this mediumship, that there is healing for me, there is healing for the sitter, you being the one to get this message, and there is also healing for the spirit. And that is a beautiful communication. So I'm privileged to be in this communication with him, Eddie Ray. So thank you, Patricia.
Yes. Thank you, Kevin. That was beautiful. Yeah. I think it's important, the healing message, that you understand that there's healing here. There's healing to be had. He's saying there's healing to be had here when everyone is ready. It's hard sometimes when you're in grief. I hope that helps in some way, dear.
All righty.
Okay, it's your turn, I think.
All right. Yes, it is. I was just with that energy. It was like, okay.
I know. He doesn't. He's a big energy. He could have talked for quite a while, but we just don't have that kind of time.
All righty. Let's move into this one too. Bridget York. My dad's name is Frank. Birthday May 29th. Message from him, please. Thank you both. Happy early birthday to him. Frank.
Bridget's Frank.
Okay, also May. Someone.
I'm not sure that he was a car guy, but he wants to talk about a car, the significance of a car, also the significance of a kind of a car being a pain in the butt, like some, like you love it and you hate it. A love-hate relationship. Is that your car, Frank, or her car, or whose car is this? I feel like he's saying my car. Now he also says that he visits you. He does come to visit you. Not every day. I mean, he's just not that kind of guy. But he does visit all the family, kind of peeks in to see how people are doing. He does send his love. He says that you have things of his. You probably do, but you have something you remember him by. I can't get it, but it's something that you. I don't know if it's a photo. I feel like as he's telling me, it's a memento. It's something you have of his that makes you think of him whenever you have it. I don't think you have it out all the time, but I think that when you come across it, it sort of brings up a warm place in your heart. I don't know. He's talking about you doing some traveling. He's talking about you doing a trip that you're planning. Or if you're not planning, you are planning it. You don't know you're planning it yet. And he sends us love. He sends his love. And I get a sense of an apology. It could just be that, he's sorry because you're grieving, or some kind of apology from him as well. What do you get there, Kevin?
Whoops, sorry. I just wanted to start that one. Yeah, Bridget, I can smell the smoke. I feel like he's been here waiting, and I feel like that would be representative of his energy, the essence. So there was this patience aspect to him, or from his perspective, there was this patience to him, and it is. So I heard the name Ted, or the T name, and the M name, like a Mary. The month of May is significant. Yes, it's his birthday, but he's also saying there's something else about the month of May that's significant. I feel like when Susan was talking about the car, I just feel like he was like a hands-on, like the feeling, like I could feel like the fabric and the steering wheel. So I think his hands were very much a part of his expression or his work, maybe both. I heard one of three, and at first I thought I heard Dicky birds, but then he's like, no. He's like Dicky pants. And so I don't know if it's the brand of the pants and maybe he wore them. I don't know, but Dicky. I don't know if that's
Dickies. Yeah, Dickies are like work clothes.
Yeah. And so and then one other thing to watch around the energy of the car is on the speedometer. He wants to show you the repetitive numbers. And I did hear 7, but watch the repetitive numbers on the speedometer of the car. But a beautiful energy as well.
Wow. And he was a butcher, so the hand thing would make a lot of sense, right? So
wow.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I wanted to start this one. Where was it here? Hi, Kevin and Susan. I was at the Sedona retreat, and I was the person that told the bee story. When I was leaving Sedona, a bee flew between me and another woman. Was it my great-grandmother? Oh
my God. Really? So you were the one that told us about the bees that glommed on to that was your boss, right? She called in, if I'm recalling this correctly, she called in because these bees were glommed on and she couldn't get to work. And her boss she didn't know that her boss believed her or not, because, it's like, right, sure. And then these bees showed up outside of her boss's window. I mean, a hive. So it was like, whoa, whoa. So then when you were leaving, a bee flew between you and another woman, was your great-grandmother. What do you feel about that, Kevin? I feel like it was definitely, it feels like a family member.
Yeah. Okay. Is she the S name or the M name? What? Come on, Spirit. Okay. I got the perfect setting card, which is a yes to me. It was the perfect setting for that demonstration. And it's more about the feeling that you had. It's more about the feeling that you had. And that feels really good. It's a yes for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a yes for me.
I think it's a yes, but I got to tell you, however big that bee was, I don't think it was that big. I swear there was at least 3 of your relatives hanging on to that sucker, because I'm getting a male energy too. So I think like everybody grabbed a little piece of that bee and they were like, let's buzz her, right? let's show her that we were there in that event and we heard her tell the story. And I just feel like, yes, it's your great grandmother, but I feel like there's more of your relatives were kind of like, oh, that poor bee was like hauling a whole bunch of people.
All righty.
Pretty awesome. Thank you.
Ivana, thank you so much. Great question.
Here, look at Bridget. Bridget says, my dad did wear Dickie pants.
Oh, stop
it. Kevin.
And he also said, yes, he was a smoker. And I took his car when I was 14, laugh out loud. We were laughing about it. Oh, he's a brilliant communicator.
Oh, he's a great communicator. And there's another thing too. His Aunt Mary was his sister.
Oh, of course. Okay. Yeah. Good job, Spirit.
So were you the pain in his ass, not the car? Oh, Lord. That was me. That wasn't your dad. I don't think he would call you a pain in the ass. I'm just saying. Okay. Caveat. Kevin's going to be like, you can't come anymore.
Oh, my God. You are interesting.
Oh, my God.
Okay, that's interesting.
Thank you for validating that. It's always fun for us. We don't always get validation. We have to just move on to the next person, but it's always fun to get validation.
Agreed. Yeah, black sheep. Totally. Yeah, high five to that, Bridget. I know what that's all about.
Yeah, me too. And I also did that with the car. So I'm also the troublemaker. Okay, so what are we doing?
Hi.
Are we live? Are people watching us? Oh, wait. Okay. Is it my turn or your turn or what is happening?
Go ahead. I've lost track. I'm still with these. I feel like they're really, yeah. What's happening? My light started to just flicker.
That's her dad.
Yeah, something's interesting still. Okay.
You think it's not her? You think it's somebody else?
No, I think it's Frank. Is that her dad? Was that her dad? Yeah. Interesting.
Oh my God. Okay, I don't know. It's a holiday weekend here in the States, and all the spirits are like, party, let's do the cookout. Let's go to Kevin and Susan's. And I know things are happening here too, because my dog always goes and looks out the window, like when things are kind of spiritually happening. Okay, Chris Martin says, I'm a lurker. Hi, Chris. Thank you for being a lurker. Lurkers unite. I too have been known to lurk. Yes. Okay. Feel a need at this moment for a message from my husband, Doug. Gone, but not gone for 4 years. I understand. Gone, but not gone. Okay, Doug. Whoo, I almost wanted to call him Dougie Poo. I really don't think you called him that, but if you did, you don't have to tell us. Okay. I'm in trouble. I don't know what is happening. Okay, Spicy Susan is here. Okay, so Doug, how are you, Doug? What are you up to? June, something coming up in June for you. Do you understand June, the month of June? He is saying he loves you. He knows, he sees what you've been up to, and he says it's not much. Was he a jokester? He just, I think, well, look, most of those 4 years we spent locked up in our houses during a pandemic. So that's not indicative of our normal daily lives. What about, I don't know if there's a cat in spirit or a cat in your house, or you're getting a cat, but he wants to talk about a cat. And I feel like either he was allergic. I'm very lightly allergic to some cats, and that's why I immediately went to rub my nose. Or dander, a dog, cat dander, whatever. Or maybe you're allergic. I don't know why he wants to talk about that. It's not like a big allergy, but like I really would be allergic to 1 in 10 cats, right? So just on occasion. He sends us love. I'm getting the energy around music, or even possibly playing guitar, something about a musical instrument, listening to guitar, playing guitar, something about a guitar. I'm not sure. And he says thank you. He said he wants to say thank you. You were there for him. I feel like you guys were really tight. I feel like sometimes you thought it was you guys against the world. You know what I mean? Like maybe your families, maybe there was some, anxiety or tension or whatever outside. And sometimes you guys could kind of band together and provide a kind of united front, right? To something, whether it's family or some situation. And then, so he's a talker. So he just says, he would like for you to go traveling to, sort of, you have to let him go. You have to let it go. I mean, he knows you have, but he knows also your heart. He knows that in your heart there's still some sadness. He feels bad. He doesn't know how to help you move on or what that would look like. I don't know. What do you get there, Kevin?
I want to laugh because I feel like it's ridiculous, but I'm like, permission to say this, and they're like, yep. And so I feel like the men are coming out. Yes, for you all. And it's like, it's Kevin's birthday after all. And I feel like Doug's energy is that he would want to lighten things and make people laugh. I'm tuning into that aspect of him. And I feel this is a strong part of the essence of who he is. I also feel like there's a mother in spirit that also wants to be a part of this communication. And I was aware of the month of November being highlighted, the month of November, as well as the P name and the J name. And then I heard that little jingle of "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Buy me the peanuts and Cracker Jacks. And I don't know what part of that. I probably would need more time to understand if it's just a song that you heard or if there was a baseball connection or peanuts. I don't know. Perhaps you'll understand that. And this comes in, I think, from the motherly energy. And I heard to pull two cards. And so the first one was be willing to forgive and inner truth. And I think this goes along with the message that I had heard first is that, that Chris, you are worth it. And so they really both come in together to remind you in the moving forward. And that's not taking us any further away from our loved ones, just in life, that you are worth it. So that feels like a beautiful collective message for you that's coming through, Chris. Yeah.
Much love to you, dear. Much love. Mm-hmm. And that's okay. Thank you, Connie B, for asking. Connie B, weren't you at Sedona, or am I making that up? I don't know. I feel like I was on a different universe those days. I'm not even sure if any of that was even real. Maybe it was. Okay. No cat, no guitar, no baseball. Yes to the rest of it. Thank you. Love. Okay.
Okay. There you go. All righty. That was the Coles Notes validation, and that works. Thank you.
Yeah. It's like boom, 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 boom. Yep.
Perfect.
Oh, you were at thank you. Yes, I thought you gave me the bracelet. Okay. Wait, I have it.
Oh, hi, Connie B. Question: will my oldest son Tommy? Oh, who made you that?
Thank you.
Who made it?
Connie B and friends.
Oh,
Connie B and friends, and it's turquoise and shell, and it's from the Hopi.
Oh, so nice.
Beautiful. Thank you.
That was you.
You get lots of gifts when you go to Sedona. I did not know. Thank you to everyone. I appreciate it.
So kind.
Yeah. Oh, you made it, Connie B. Thank you, Connie B. Thank you.
And she is asking, will my oldest son Tommy get a better paying chef job in June?
How about July?
June. Summer feels good, Connie.
Summer feels good. Summer feels good. It's almost like if he doesn't take the first thing that comes along, it's like there's better offers, or he doesn't get the first thing that comes along, there's better offers coming, even in July and August. Thank you, Connie B. Yes, it's turquoise, shell, Hishi, ghost bees, Navajo. I'm so sorry. Navajo. I'm so sorry. I'm telling you, I was not in my right mind during that whole event. So I'm just glad that I managed to.
I get a yes, Connie B. The timeline, two cards jumped out. One of them was the within the 3 months, and one of them was within the week. He's on the right path, and there's the worthiness. So he's worthy of the job, and I feel like what he's been working on. I don't know why I just drooled, but maybe because it's food.
You were hungry.
I'm like, okay, a little slobbering. Anyways, it's like, am I stroking? Like,
no, it's just the cake that you're going to eat tomorrow.
Yeah. So the worthiness part, so in his esteem, his self-esteem around it, just fully and truly believing in himself and the abilities will align him with the right job. So one or two might kind of be like, but the right one is there for him. So yeah, and it feels like in the short period of time, it's kind of 3 months out at latest, but feels good.
It feels really good. And you know what I just got? Kevin, what do you think about this? I just got that he might literally have his own restaurant one day.
Oh. Wow. Yeah. It's in the that's in the card.
When you said he's talented, they showed me his skills. I saw him in the kitchen, and then I saw him going up the ladder, and then I saw him kind of having his own.
Yeah, I got expect the unexpected. Yeah, that is good. Connie, does he talk about that? Does he actually say that as one of his dreams?
Wow.
Yeah.
He's at a resort he doesn't like, but he's hanging in there. Yeah.
Okay.
He's working towards his own sushi restaurant. Yay. It was supposed to be, but the owner doubled the offer.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah.
It's going to happen. It's again, it's like Kevin showed you that like kind of coming quickly card. And there's offers. He does need to just kind of wait it out. But there's good offers coming. Sandra, you can, if my question is not in the chat, is it done? No, it should be in the chat. Why don't you post it again, dear?
Sounds good. And if you want to choose the next.
Okay. Thanks again, Connie B. That was very sweet of you. Okay. And she's a hoot. Connie is a blast to hang out with. Y'all.
Linda's going to be right back, everybody. She's taking her dogs out. No problem, Linda. I love it. I love it.
Can you take mine out too?
Oh my gosh. Those kind of comments make my heart so happy.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's keep going with the Sonia Pinola. Can you tell me who my baby I lost on the other side is with? I'm so sorry for your loss, dear. That is just heartbreaking. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Instantly mom.
So mom, like her mom, her grandmom.
I think grandmother to the child, mother to you, Sonia, if you would understand that. I heard mom.
So that energy can also be maternal mom, like someone who feels really maternal. Let me see. I also sense a lot of angelic energy around this baby, a lot of just angels and angelic energy. I do sense that mom figure. Is your mother in it'd be her mother, right? Sonja's mother. Is your mother in spirit, dear? I don't know if you're still here. Sometimes you guys are listening and doing other things, and it might take a minute for you to get back to the keyboard.
Very maternal, motherly energy. So if it's not your mother, it's your grandmother, but then it's like there's multiple, and that's just like, and then you look and it's like, oh my gosh, there's like, it's endless as far as people.
There it is. Yes.
Okay.
The baby is safe. The baby is loved. Yeah. I know you love this baby. I know everybody loved this baby, but I see the same amount of love on the other side with this baby. So I don't know if that's any consolation. I mean, I guess a little bit, but it is a difficult thing. But yeah, this baby is very cherished.
Absolutely.
Okay. Go ahead there.
Okay. Ellen Quinlan. Will I remarry in the next year or two?
You know,
Within
2 years. Nice.
Yes, Ellen. I heard that go into the chapel. And it's not to say that you're going to go to the chapel and get married. You might not do it that way at all, but
Aw, I love it. Wedding bells. Okay, we're all coming.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Invitations in the mail.
Hopefully it's not formal.
All righty.
Congratulations, Ellen. So, I don't know if that trips you up. Like now you're like looking at every person like, are you the one? You know what I mean? Like, how about you? So it's best to just forget that you ever heard this.
Yeah.
Forget about it. Don't think about it. That way the right person will come in and you won't overthink it.
Yeah. Is it my turn or yours? Did I choose that?
Who you chose it because you were hearing wedding bells before you even got there. Okay, here's Betsy. Funny question. Will my car last me for more years? A nice but older Volvo. You know what? I mean, you got somebody in spirit saying, no, get rid of that thing. I think it's your dad. A male voice is like, it's you've run it into the ground. I have this kind of voice. It's like you ran it into the ground. You know, something like that.
Yeah, like back.
Yeah. So, but regardless of whatever that person is saying, I think you can drive it for more years. It's a cost analysis, right? Like, the repairs you're gonna be needing some repairs, and they're not going to be cheap. But in the end result, those repairs are probably going to be a lot less expensive than a new car. The question the guides are saying is a hassle factor, right? So you like dependability. You've grown to depend on this car. You started, it starts, it goes, it takes you where you want. You don't care about fancy things. You want dependability. So once this thing starts needing more repairs, and then the dependability becomes an issue, that's when I think you might be like, no, I can't put up with this. So that's kind of what I'm getting. Do you pick up on who that guy is that's talking to me? Or butted in?
Was Frank the husband or the dad? I can't remember. I feel dad as well. I can't remember if Frank was the dad. Anyways, I'm blending with his energy because of the car thing. I got the yes that you can keep it. But it's like that input output. And so as like reliability and what you might actually have to put in for maintenance, it's kind of like, choose your own adventure. They're not like, yes, do this or yes, do that. So there's nothing alarming about it where it's like, okay, yeah, it'll keep going. Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
It's going to keep going. It's just, whether like I love Kevin's choose your own adventure. Yeah. Will she take this way through the jungle or will she go this way through the city? We don't know. Okay. Your mileage may vary. That's so true, Wiki. All right. Let's see. I think you're up next, dear.
All right. I'm going to. Let's see. I'm going to go with this one. Susie Johnson, if you're still here, can you tell if there's a message from my guides? Yep. Yes, indeed.
First of all, you can trust the messages you're getting. You can trust your intuition. You can trust the things that you think are happening, but you're not sure. Like, is that a sign? Is that a message? They're saying, yes, that they're all the above. We are ringing your doorbell. That's what they said to me. So if you've heard your doorbell ring and no one was there, we both know what that was about. Trust your intuition. They love your joie de vivre. They love your life, your energy. They want to encourage you to have more spontaneity, more, and all of this is going to bring what you want to you, right? It's going to raise your vibration. It's going to bring the things. Sometimes you do overthink things. So this kind of being more spontaneous will shake things up and allow them to kind of get those messages in a little easier. What do you think, Kevin?
Yeah. I heard instantly seeing beyond. So there's something that energetically has really caught your attention, and they want you to consider seeing beyond that. And that spontaneity, I think this sums it up. I got the adventure card and the leap of faith. So it's like, this is a diversion, and all the attention that you're putting on it. It's like you've put enough into it, and now see beyond. And jump back into the saddle, so to speak. So yeah, be spontaneous, take that leap of faith in whatever area that you're called in, because it feels really good. Yeah, it feels like this, the time that you've put in this, not on pause or holding, it's not wasted time. I feel like there's great learning that came in it, but you've spent enough time in that. So however you would understand that, Susie. And thank you for being here. And thanks for all the continual birthday wishes a day early. Oh my goodness. How magical. All righty. Shall you choose the next?
All right. I'm going to choose this. I don't remember, Kevin, how you feel about
I'm good with
about
that.
health things. I want to say, Michelle, that I'm sorry that you're going through this, and I'm sorry your husband is going through this. I don't know if I can give you the information that you really want to hear, but I also don't want to ignore this question. So I want to honor that this is a tough time for you, and I want you to know that everybody in these chats will support you if you'll show up to the live events and just say, "Hey, can people send me some feelings, some prayers, some love?" You're going to get bowled over by the support of this wonderful community. Now, as far as your husband's cancer, it's cancer. It's not good. That's the, it's not a great diagnosis, but I feel like they're telling me he's going to beat it. That's what I feel like I'm getting. Excuse me. So that's what I would say. What are you getting there?
It's interesting you coughed. I don't know if it's in the chest area or like, I don't know where it is. I felt awareness of this, and I love that you said that he's going to beat it, because as you said that, I got the rising above card. And so in that, that feels really good. Freedom in that. So, and they're also saying that it's important for you to talk about it, because the way that cancer grows is when we don't talk about it. And so being in the communication of it, there's healing there also for you, Michelle. So, and whoever else needed to hear that, it's okay to talk about it. And so as our loved ones or people that we know are impacted with such things as cancer or other illness, sometimes we can't always talk about it with them, but that it's okay to find community to talk about it so that it is not suppressed, because that's not good for anyone, they're saying. So all the best to you. Lots of love and healing to you and your husband, of course, and continue to reach out. Yeah. All righty. Thank you for choosing that one. How are we doing? Maybe one or two more?
Yeah, let's do a couple more.
Perfect. All righty. Where am I being drawn? This one here. Janice Base. Hi, Kevin and Susan Lynn. What are my guides vibrationally telling me about improving my financial abundance? one of my guides vibrationally telling me about improving my financial abundance. Well, I feel like you're like in tune with it, like that you know that you're vibrationally connected to that, and they're drawing that connection from you and to the connection of the money, and that the money they're saying is also vibrational, and you're in the awareness of it. So what's the clarity? I don't want to downplay it, but it feels fine. It feels fine. And so your version of what that may look like or what you need to be real in that, sometimes it's not as much as we think we need. So maybe some intention in there. And I pulled the strength card. So I think you got this. This doesn't worry me. And I'm not trying to downplay it, but Spirit's not worried about it. So you're in tune with this, Janice.
I totally agree with Kevin. I wonder if she's asking not about like lack, but about growing her abundance, right? Like increasing her abundance. And I think that's why they got the strength card. You know what I mean? It's like but what I get is that it's not growing fast enough.
Right.
So I think like maybe she takes a couple of steps forward and then a step back. Right. And in that way, it feels like you're not taking very many steps forward, but you really are. So I think what they would say is take some deep breaths, follow exactly what Kevin said. Is things are fine. Just try not to overthink it and get into that energy of lack, which would be worrying about why I'm not saving more or making more, or why money is going out. Strength. I really feel like that card was a big indicator for you, dear.
Perfect. And this one got starred a couple times, and so we're gonna.
I was going.
I love it.
That was mine. Okay, go ahead.
So good. You know, this illusion, and it's not, once again, to downplay it. And so I've been there myself in my own ways. And what they always say is that we're never alone. This illusion that we're alone. And then there's this part where we look at romantic love or that partnership as being this pinnacle as far as love and relationship. And so you may be single for the rest of your life, and you may step into the energy of love and companionship and community and friendship, which they say is of equal energy. So I feel like you're vivacious and you're very attractive, and yes, in the physical, but also in your offering and energetically. And so there does feel like suitors, I don't know why I'm saying that, that you could step into relationship with them, and however you define that, Juanita. Yeah, we put this thing on time, and then we say we can do this or we can't do this. We can release all of that. So step into that energy. Yeah, there's potential there for me.
There's potential there for me too. I feel like part of it is these guys, at this age, these guys kind of gross you out. You know what I mean? Like they're not taking care of themselves, or they're stuck in their ways, or they want a nursemaid or whatever. So I feel like it's coming. I feel like it's coming. Just the thing they're saying is just forget about it. And do what Kevin said.
All righty. Thank you for your donation, Lisbeth. That's so kind of you. Do you want to choose the last one?
Sure. Do you hear me an echo? Because I'm echoing all of a sudden.
Oh, no, I don't hear you.
Am I echoing?
No.
Maybe it stopped.
I don't know. I don't think I heard it at all.
Okay. Gosh, I don't know. This is difficult to pick one.
All the pressure.
Pressure. I can't handle it. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. This is where there's a lot. I know everybody needs an answer. But I'm just going with this is where the guides have led me. About moving out of Florida and your spinal injuries. Sabine Magpie, that's a beautiful name and that's a beautiful icon photo. Moving out of Florida, I do feel like that moving out of Florida is supported for you. I feel like you might be trying to do too much at one time. And I think that might be slowing you down, or there's a lot to the move, right? Like there's just a really enormous amount of things that you have to consider or do. And it feels overwhelming. I guess that's what I would say. When I go into your energy and I think about moving, I feel overwhelmed. But I do sense you moving. Yes. About your spinal injuries. I don't know what you want to know about them. Would they get better, or are they, I'm not sure what the question is. I guess what they're telling me is I do see you finding some help, some caretakers, health care providers. I don't know what these people are, but they're good. They know what they're doing and they're able to give you more relief than you've had. So, honestly, those things feel like connected, like you move and you find the right people to help you. So that's kind of what I'm getting. What are you getting there, Kevin?
In the energy of the move. So I asked that first, and I kind of get that 3 year. It seems a little fuzzy. I feel like there's a few things on your list you have to do in order for that to actually come to reality for you. And then around the spinal cord, and I was taken more to that, and I feel like they want you to be in this moment. So maybe that goes with the kind of energy of like when we're living out here, we're not present. And so your circumstance, and I don't know the severity of it, they're saying some things are temporary within this, and some things are you will have to have adjustment around. I do get kind of that reach out, and Susan Lynn, you were tapping into that about asking for guidance. So I do think there is some things that as you are to adjust things, that asking for support or finding the right people to support you in that, in relation to the spinal injury, that's an option for you. Yeah.
Yeah, Sabine, take it a day at a time. Yeah. Because it's just when I go into your energy, it's just like overwhelming. And I wonder if that's why Kevin got like the 3 year card, because it's a lot to do like right now. Right. But I do think that there's, it feels like, what it feels like? It feels like you're like at the beach and there's no waves and you're just kind of floating. And then here comes this gentle wave that kind of picks you up. But those gentle waves don't take you very far, right? They just kind of go out from under you. So in that way, I think you're moving in the right direction. But perhaps when you look at it, you're thinking, I'm not going anywhere. Nothing is happening. But in reality, they're moving you gently along.
I love that.
Yes, that's beautiful, Spirit Watcher Suzanne.
Yeah. Wonderful. Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
It was great times. Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here and joining me on our monthly collab, and how wonderful to have all of you join us. I think there was over 300. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Thanks for all the moderators and the people that donated. And then Debbie, thank you so much for being here. Love you.
Love you, Debbie. Hope you feel better, dear. Great to see you in Sedona. We have to do this again. I mean, we have to like get in person. Like that was so cool, right? To meet all these people in person. I'm addicted now. I'm like want to hang out with you guys all the time.
Isn't that funny how that happens? Yeah. All righty. Well, thanks everybody. Do join us tomorrow, 4:00 on my channel. Hope to see everybody there. And if you haven't already, I'm sure you have, goes without saying, go and subscribe to Susan Lynn's channel. She's wonderful. And so, yes, we will see you again. Thanks everybody for being here.
Thanks everybody. Have a good